Alright, we are back in Pathfinder Kingmaker, and we are going to continue where we were last time, and I need a reminder of where we were. Let's see. Let's check the table. I believe were we still trying to find Armag's Tome? Is there a way to do a Lich playthrough in Kingmaker? A Lich playthrough? No, in Wrath of the Righteous there is. Kingmaker is not that. Let me see. Events. What is this? Mama's land supposed to be cleared. I don't recall if I have already found it. Find mention of Armag's Tome. Maybe I need to do this. Requires 30 days to solve. And we need to do more of these things. Let's see. Let's just search for rank up. So I found out last time that by getting people to rank 4, I'm gonna do a quick save right now. It will make it so that you get like the new, what is it? The new counselor, and you're able to have an additional person help you out for everything except treasurer. So treasurer is almost rank 4, but that doesn't help. Okay, so we'll start with this one. And I saved it beforehand because the game does not auto-stop when you do a time skip. If something bad happens, it just goes, you missed this bad thing that happened and your place burned down. Alright, so that's done. She's rank 3. Winged Menace wasn't resolved. Not a huge deal. Good neighbors. Killed scouts. Awesome. Like that. So I had 4. We failed tons of stuff. Awesome. Alright. Counselor awaits in the throne room. Alright, let's see what's up. That whole mechanic is wrath. Yes. Your advisor has arrived to report about the recent loyalty developments in your barony. Okay. And yeah, that was a custom character, so she didn't have anything crazy to say. She just gave me the stats and that's it. For delivery from our monthly delivery from the alchemist. Okay. Like this. Advisor waits done. Let's see. The circus. The shipwreck. Okay. Alright, and let's close the table. I saw a pop-up about the Armag's Tome thing. I don't know what that was. How long does it take for Armag to become one of the ancient power you spoke of? I hope we're not too late. We've been looking for the tome for so long, I'm afraid Armag has already accomplished what he set out to do there. We have an entire ancient library in our hands. Certainly one of these books must mention the Tome of Armag. However, we don't have lifetimes to spare to read all the tomes, so we'll have to hire some scholars. I mean, I'm working on it. Okay. Rank up. Get another one of these. I just quick save just in case. Jubilos seems more caustic than usual. Baron needs to help his companion before it's too late. Shipwreck. Disaster. Oh, nice job, Lindsay. And by nice job, I mean terrible freaking job. Okay, red lights. Lindsay, handle that. Military outrage. Do that. What's this one? Oh no, Reganagar has to do that one. It's gonna have to be that. And then that. Okay, let's go find Jubilos and see what's going on. He's not bleaching right now, is he?
Will this ever end?
There he is. Have you figured... Let's see. Mukluk, I never properly thanked you for your help at the inconsequent debates. I'm happy to do so now. I hope you don't think me entirely ungrateful. Have you figured out anything about that riddle? The host's answer to your question about the gnomes. Not quite, but I'm working on it. I'll certainly inform you of my findings. I must admit, such an answer is quite in the spirit of the Fae. It must lead somewhere, and I will find the trail. Remind me how that riddle went again? Numbers will help you on your way. One of them is 5th and 10. It will be easy to find if you read who opened the road for the ancient dead man. And his black-feathered messenger, the second is 12 times in a dozen and is thrice the number of those who lost their faces. Don't try to guess it now, it's not yet time. Wait until he who is born twice will be twice defeated. Put the two numbers together. When the moon leaves her path near the waters of the Candlemere, find the one who will open the secret. That's right, I remember this. The black-feathered messenger was the Cyclops we took down. The 3 who lost their faces were the Faceless Sisters. He who was twice born is Armag, the twice born, twice defeated. We've defeated him once. We're going to fight him again soon, hopefully. I was surprised you didn't want to be freed of the Zotenthropel's spell. Why did you willingly suffer it? Jubilos locks his hands behind his back. Well, you see, I understand well what the bleaching is and what a fatal effect it has on gnomes. Those poor fellows were acting like that for no darker motive than desperation. Their foolish jokes allow them to live just a little bit longer. Do you see? I don't mind becoming the joke myself, for a while of course, and not if my life was being threatened, if it lets someone live a couple days longer. So you let them continue their prank to help them. That's a worthy act. Stop, or you'll make me blush. Jubilos folds his hands over his chest with a contented look. Let's talk about something else. Thanks for the talk. Okay. Did that? Okay, there we go. There we go. Quest complete right there. Alright. So, with that, go over here again. Quick save. And interact with this. And I think in 2 more days, we'll have the Armag thing done. So we'll just do 1 and 2. Find mention of Armag's tome. There we go. Okay. Alright. So with that, I think we might be able to find it.
Follow me.
Let's head on out. So with that, I think we might have the location on the map of the big boss. Yeah, that's fine. It's funny, at the beginning of the game, I'm like, man, Amiri, that's my gal. She's always going to be in my group. And then I tried Ekun because I had to for some quest. I'm like, man, Ekun's pretty good. All right, Ekun's my guy. I'm with Ekun. I'm team Ekun. And then we tried Knock Knock. I'm like, Knock Knock's amazing, you guys. I don't know if you guys understand that Knock Knock is so good. Okay, so where do I have the thing? We've learned information about the tome's location. Now we can try to find it. Did we? Is it? I mean, where is it? Is it up there? Is it one of these locations? Maybe it's like Two-Faced Hill? Flint Rock Grassland? That's where the war thing was. It's pronounced tomb, not tome. Tomb. I am confused. Well, so now we could try to find it. Okay. Alright, I guess we just go exploring. Dude, they still have stat damage? Oh my god. Alright, hang on. Does she have restoration still loaded? She does. Freaking diamond dust every day. Alright. Do that. I remember as a kid, when I was trying to learn the difference between tomb and tome, and someone was like, hang on a sec. I'm trying to remember which one's which. Alright. Tomb with a B on the end. So as someone was like, just remember, the B is for burial. That's how you could tell them apart.
Should gather us.
And then I remember immediately someone else was like, B can also be for book. And to this day, I can't like immediately remember which one's which because of that guy. Like I even looked it up and I'm like, which one was it? Was it B for book or B for burial? Like my brain still does that all these years later. That guy messed me up for life. Alright, so I guess I'll just start checking these locations. Do you want to enter the location? Yeah. Alright, so here's the first location we found in our research. Don't know what it is yet. Okay. Quick save. You know what? While we're here. Let's see. No, not lesser restoration. Where's Giga restoration? Where's the good stuff? It's gonna cost money. 2 diamond dust per cast, by the way. God, the whole party almost has it too. E for egregious. Alright, so each day we can cure a handful of these. Alright.
How much longer, I wonder?
Oh, is this a puzzle? Don't leave the megaliths. They must be placed in the correct order. This will loosen my chains. This looks awful. I was betrayed by my faithful. Now I seek help from a stranger. I'm just remembering the UI on that candle puzzle. You just move that around. Alright. He said the megaliths. I guess you need more. The nearly erased inscription reads, "You won't forgive us, my queen, and neither will we." Find a scroll of mass Giga restoration. Yo, I wish I had one of those. Pet Chip. Chip is not in the room. He has not visited us today. Last I saw, there was a stack of folded blankets on the edge of the sofa, and he was laying on top of it and making himself quite at home before I started the stream. Alright, so there's some kind of puzzle in there. Country Road. Take me home! Alright, let's see what this one is. I'll be kind of surprised if we find the Great Evil Armag on a country road. West Virginia! What is that? Wolves got to the poor horse, harnessed to the cart as it was. Imagine being tied to a cart while wolves eat you. 0 out of 10. Bad day.
Not that I care.
I don't think I will imagine that. You know what? That's fine. What is that? I'm not buffed up right now.
Quiet.
So we'll see how this goes.
Don't hesitate.
Adventures call to them.
Where now?
I wrote it like I saw it.
Here.
Hope it not
Let us
fight back.
strike as one.
Best kind of fight. A clever ploy.
It's not fighting back. Oh my god. Okay, it started to fight back right when the fight ended. Also, why is channel heal on autocast? Goods. Helmet and unsent letter. Info. My darling, I'm riding this while taking a rest stop in the Glenabon wilderness. Don't be surprised, but I finally decided to get out of Pitax. I'll miss the magical potion Dear Karn Variel sells, but that's fine. I brought a supply of it with me. It'll come in handy when we celebrate our reunion. It's friggin' Blue Chew. As for my homeland, things are getting worse and worse here. Iravetti's appetites grow. The guards are fighting with the Thieves Guild. The old trade house keeps making new schemes, and even the Academy of the Arts has been said to have some new free thinkers appearing from time to time. I'm sure that pot will boil over sooner or later, and I'd prefer not to be there when it does. I also look forward to seeing you. In the meantime, the letter cuts off there. Marksman's headset. +5 to perception checks. When the wearer uses deadly aim, it provides an additional +2 to attack rolls. I don't have anyone with deadly aim. Why was the golem there? Maybe the golem was his guard and he died, and now then the golem was just guarding his corpse or something? There was some other in all the tales of fantasy in the past that I've read or experienced. There was some other story I've seen about a golem that failed to protect its master and then was just standing next to his decaying corpse for like 100 years, guarding it. And I can't remember if it was Galio from League of Legends or Karn from, oh, there it is, from Magic the Gathering. All right, we're gonna rest here before we go in.
Lindsay, what are you writing so diligently there? And why are you looking at me like that? Did you decide to write me an ode, too?
You got it. Here it is. Listen. There once lived a paladin of Shaylin, whose courage was so unfailing. Hey, hey, that's my ink pot. Don't throw it at me.
Man, she's like Eminem, rhyming Shaylin with unfailing. What's Blue Chew? Viagra. Alright, let's do some more of the restorations. Thing. +4, so he had lost 4 strength, 4 charisma, he was real ugly, and 1 con. Some grim barbarians are sitting near the bonfire, speaking in low voices and casting sidelong glances toward the tomb entrance. Noticing you, one of them reaches for his weapon out of habit, but he catches himself and instead pats the space on the log beside him. Greetings, traveler. Come, have a seat. Don't suppose you've heard anything about the battle between the Tiger Lords and Restolf, have you? Who won? How did it go? Rumor has it the barbarian chieftain left his men in the middle of battle, so they turned their backs on him and returned to Numeria. Really? Then what are we sitting around here for? Quiet. Numeria's far away, and he's still very close. What is this place? The Tome of the Peerless Armag, great chieftain and invincible fighter, damn his hide. What are you doing here? Our chieftain brought us here. He took several of us into the tomb with him and told the rest to wait outside. No one's left the place since, and we've been sitting here for weeks. Is it possible your chieftain's dead? Maybe, but what if he isn't? The sisters always claimed that once he exited the tomb, he'd be the mightiest fighter Galarian ever saw. Maybe they were lying, but what if they weren't? I'd certainly hate to be the one who disobeyed orders. I'm going in. There's a sister standing guard at the entrance. She's a mighty witch, and she's crazy as a bat. She won't just let you in. Even if she did, there's a lot of traps down there. Even if you make it past the traps, there's still Armag to deal with. He'll kill you. But hey, you're welcome to try. Diplomacy. Aren't you fed up with this sister? I'd have finished her off a long time ago. Failed. No way. There'd be a riot. The chieftain would tear our heads off for sure. Have a safe journey. Okay.
Ready for anything.
All right.
Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi.
What troubles you?
Years.
She traveled with Muck, who was loaded with luck, and her sword and shield always were wailing. That's the second verse.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Why are the barbarians the most civilized people? No clue.
I'm listening.
Honor and glory and all that. Alright, we got some basic buffs up.
Will this ever end?
What's that? Kelid tribal fetish. Wait, whoa!
Entertainment.
Why did we just enter combat? Oh, gods. Alright.
Do not falter.
I see something.
Don't let her cast that, please! Yes. She was casting Flame Strike. The barbarians gather around the sister's bloody body. So that's it, the witch is gone. There's no turning back now. Armag won't waste any time investigating. He'll just tear our heads off. To the abyss with him. Are we supposed to wait here for him until we're old and gray? He's a traitor, not a chieftain. First, he takes us to conquer Restolf without any proper scouting, like sheep to a slaughter. Then he leaves his forces right where before a huge battle to go digging around in some hole in the ground. Other chieftains have been deposed for far less. Right, enough is enough. I say whether he's alive or dead, we go back to Numeria. We'll tell the elders everything, and they could choose a new chieftain. Good luck. Good luck to you, too. They pack up and leave.
Not
So
that
kind.
I care.
There's no loot there. We just exploded them so much, there's no loot. Wow, look at them go.
Anything else?
Okay. I don't know if this Armat guy is like the end of an act in the game, but it feels like a major plot point.
This requires your
Fresh
attention.
footprints are easily visible along the dusty floor, which haven't seen guests in many years.
Knock more runner and talker than fighter.
This should do.
Yeah.
Follow me! Or don't.
Tomb raiding time? Gonna run into Laura down here. Croft, not Anity. Oh! We felt a cold breeze as soon as we entered the room. Ice shards appeared on the walls and floor, and a labyrinth of thick ice walls grew up around us. Reminds me of that puzzle in Auric Basin with Aurene. The walls were waist high to a human, but they were head high to me. The center of the room had a pressure plate on the floor, while the entrance to the labyrinth had a massive pedestal carrying a tiger statue made of ice. The exit was at the far end of the room. Locked, of course, and the inscription above it read, Trial of Strength. The air in the room was cool, and the temperature dropped with each passing moment. It seemed like the magic was stealing all warmth from the room bit by bit. Wasting no time, we... Looking at my options here. Trickery. Tried to pick the lock on the door. Just one quick glance at the door was enough for us to realize that even the best lockpick in the world wouldn't be enough here. Even if the door wasn't covered in a thick layer of ice, we couldn't find any trace of a mechanism to work on. It seemed this door would only open by using the pressure plate at the center of the room. Perception. Tried to cheat by standing on the pressure plate ourselves. Having come to the pressure plate, someone chanced to look up and notice a huge spot of black soot on the ceiling above it. The labyrinth's builders must have anticipated our plan and arranged something special for anyone trying to cheat their way through. Taking that into consideration, we tried to find another solution. Hey. What's up? Chip says hi. I don't have good rolls for any of this. Start breaking through the walls to make a straight path to the center of the room. If you want to pass a barbarian trial, you have to think like a barbarian. The inscription of the door was clear. It was meant to prove strength, not mental prowess or puzzle-solving skills. So we went with a barbarian approach and began breaking through the ice walls, making a path to the center. It proved harder than we thought. The walls were thick, and the magical ice radiated a cold that could penetrate our thickest clothes. On top of that, once we made it halfway to the center of the room, we looked back and saw that the gaps in the walls were slowly mending themselves with new layers of ice. We reopened the gaps again so we could push the ice tiger through, and we started to think on what to do next. It seems there was a lot of walls ahead of us. Continued on what we were doing. The ice tiger obviously didn't want to enter the labyrinth. No matter how hard we pushed, the statue barely moved and had to be squeezed through the mending gaps in the walls. Once we were careless enough to leave it too long in the middle of a gap, we ended up having to cut it free from the ice wall that tried to consume it. The cold that radiated from the magical ice tore at us like real tiger claws. But finally, we downed the last wall and pushed the tiger onto the pressure plate. The pressure plate trembled beneath the statue's weight, and the roaring pillar of fire erupted all the way to the ceiling. The ice tiger evaporated in a heartbeat, along with the entire labyrinth, which is the trap that would have awaited us if we'd stood on it. The room warmed rapidly, even becoming a bit hot. The stone door opened and the path was clear. So we all took a little bit of cold damage because of we failed those checks and were forced to stay there longer. The cold chill emanates from the room. Alright, let's just do a quick save tap here. Centuries-old layer of dust covers the floor of this passage. No one has walked here in many years. Lindsay, try to pick the disarm the trap.
Applause, please.
Will this ever end?
Ancient Kelid adornment piece.
Ooh, shiny.
How much longer, I wonder?
please.
Ferocious Devourer. Disarm this. I don't know if I need Death Ward for that, but it feels like something I might.
As we will be victorious!
Serves you right.
Critical 50. There he goes. Alright. I don't know what a Devourer does, but it sounded dangerous. Got some magic items. No, nothing really new. Stuff I've seen before. Cloak resistance, ring of protection, stuff like that.
Applause, please.
Ghost Leather Armor. +3 leather armor grants its wearer the effect of greater invisibility spell for 2 rounds whenever an enemy successfully hits them.
Who's there?
That sounds insane. Can we put that on Knock Knock? Greater invis if they get hit.
Follow me, or don't.
Let's go back here and see what this other door is up here. Chip has wandered back out of the room.
I'm not touching that.
Would you look
That is
at
a lot of
that?
traps.
I failed. I'm sorry. Applause, please. Anything else?
What's over
Oh my
there?
god.
Nah,
So
I
many.
don't wanna know.
Applause, please.
Me see, me key.
What on earth? Why did I just see 2 people die down the hallway?
Applause, please.
The barbarians did say there were a lot of traps down here.
I'm not touching that.
I wonder if they were supposed to have literally just died, like just
Anything
now,
else?
or if I was just supposed to find their bodies.
Will this ever end?
We're getting lots of trap disarm XP, that's for sure.
Applause, please.
Ooh, shiny thing.
Applause, please.
Quick save, I see greater skeletal champions in the room.
My skills are getting rusty. You require my assistance?
I am your shield. To victory!
Alright.
Amateurs.
A calculated risk. Let yourself open.
Beautiful. Knock Knock did 82 damage to Cleric of Gorham. Good God. That goblin is
This
terrifying.
is not the way it works.
Knock, nervous
Anything
when
else?
watched.
Knock Knock just failed lockpicking the box, and he said knock
How
knock
much
nervous when
longer,
watched.
I wonder?
That's a line. I can't lockpick when you're looking. You guys remember that movie with all the like
Follow me.
weird superheroes, and there was one guy that could only turn invisible when no one was looking at him? So it was like useful for security cameras, but for nothing else. There was like a guy that just could like shovel good. Mystery Men, thank you. I couldn't remember the title. The Bowler. There was a guy that threw utensils, and I don't remember what they were, but it wasn't knives. It was either like spoons or forks.